I think I hear him screaming upstairs, but I can't tell. Look, the couches are up on the wall. You see this? Almost like they're not barricaded, but. Police department. Good morning. He's on the home.
Everybody?
We got a call for service here.
Not here.
Lady, don't play the game. You even do this. Don't do this. Sit down.
Look on my Facebook.
Sit down here. Man, we got somebody on the floor, bro. She looks 607, bro.
Kitchen.
Right here, man. Okay.
Kitchen.
She's not responsive at all. Found her here. Possibly choked out. Oh my goodness. Step out, ma'am.
What's wrong with you? Alright. Can we stop? Can we stop acting like this, please? So I can do your search?
She started making something about this before you taking something. I forget exactly what she said.
Okay.
So what about
We'll just have fire.
Yeah.
So check her. Don't let her fall.
What about the other person there?
No, I have 3 kids.
You have 3 kids? How old are your kids?
9, 3, and 4.
So who's here today with you?
Me and my 3 kids.
Who's in the kitchen? Somebody's in the kitchen a little bit older than 9, though. They're not 9 years old.
I couldn't even tell you.
You couldn't even tell you?
I only have 3 kids. I don't know what happened. Like,
you want me just to take vitals of her or something?
18-year-old strangled by her own mother, Rotesha Silveus, ends Natavia Sanders' life. I'm not really sure how to say her name. The names on this one, guys. The extremely callous and disturbing murder of a promising teenager committed by none other than her own mother, if you can call her that. Warning, this episode could be very upsetting for some viewers. Expect strong language. It's 6 a.m. on the 11th of May 2024 in Tampa, Florida, when the emergency dispatchers receive a very worrying phone call from 18-year-old Natavia Sanders, who claims she has just been strangled by her mum, who is also still on scene. Natavia, I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
Tampa Police 911, what is the address of the emergency?
I was just trying to get strangled.
Okay, do you have a unit letter or number?
Unit.
Okay, and what's going on?
I was just trying to get strangled. But I just woke up from passing out.
Okay, I'm sorry, what happened?
I was strangled.
Okay, by who?
My mom.
I'm sorry, by who?
My mom.
Is she still there?
Yes.
How long ago did this happen?
This happened like 34 minutes ago. I just woke up.
Okay. Where is your mother now?
She's outside my room.
The call cuts out and police are immediately sent to the address that Natavia so bravely managed to give to the operator. Now, the thing that bothers me here in the footage that follows next is how the officer believes he can hear females screaming, yet he doesn't enter the property. Perhaps they have to wait for at least one other officer? I don't know. But it makes you wonder, if he did barge in, could Natavia be still alive today?
I know you're in the home. Just come to the door. thoughtful. Did you guys attempt to call back? Because now the lights are out. I think I hear him screaming upstairs, but I can't tell. What's up, brother? Was it?
Turned it out, and then I couldn't tell if it was screaming upstairs or where it was.
Look, the couches are up on the wall. You see this? Like up here? See this? Yeah. Almost like, not barricaded, but you heard screaming? Yeah. Did you just hear a scream for help or something?
I couldn't tell.
Police department!
I couldn't tell it was arguing.
Tampa police! Come downstairs! Tampa Police Department. Good morning.
He's on the home.
Everybody?
Okay. Can you come outside for me real quick, please?
For what?
Because we got a call for service here.
Not here.
Lady, don't play the game. You even do this. Don't do this.
Grab her.
Ma'am, stop. Stop it. You're not going to stop us from entering the house.
I didn't do that.
Lady, ma'am. Ma'am, open the door.
Stop.
3-1, come to the front. Ma'am, stop resisting us. Stop resisting us. We're here for a lawful reason, okay?
Here, got that.
Sit down.
Look on my Facebook.
Sit down here. Oh, here, you know what? Come up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
You don't have to be aggressive.
No, do me a favor. Hey, stop. Hey, do me a favor. Just hang out with her. Or my car. I gotta go upstairs, man. In the car, please. Figure it out. Just keep an eye on this. Fuck, man. We got somebody on the floor, bro. She looks signal 7, bro.
How old is the oldest?
Upstairs.
What? No, she's in the kitchen. Kitchen.
Right here, man.
Okay.
Kitchen.
Not responsive at all. Found her here, possibly choked out. Maybe a very faint case.
All right. Let them do their job.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them take over here.
Yeah.
Let's try to keep as many people out as we can with fire, do what they gotta do, and then we're gonna rope this out. Big lamb.
So between the 911 call that Natavia made and police finding her lifeless body inside the family's home, only 20 minutes had lapsed. So again, when the officer heard screaming, that may have been the 18-year-old's final plea for help. And that is just so heartbreaking. They had only been in this house a matter of months before this horrific event took place that day. You may have heard the responding officer say, "She looks signal 7, bro," which in North and Central Florida is used as a radio signal term as a dead person. She looks signal 7. He also sounds quite shocked, like, I just heard her screaming. This must have been so hard for him to take, to be honest. First responders did what they could in performing CPR and life-saving efforts, awaiting for the paramedics to arrive. Now, when Natavia made the call, she said she was in her room, and I can only guess by the layout of the house, would usually be upstairs, but when she was found, her lifeless body was located in the kitchen downstairs. So clearly another encounter or altercation must have happened, and that screaming we heard did sound like it came from above. What happened in that house and in that very short space of time?
Step out. Oh my goodness. Step out, ma'am.
We're gonna. Come on.
Come on. Come on.
She combative?
No.
Huh?
No.
Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Alright. Can we stop? Can we stop acting like this, please? So I can do your search? Brandon, I need you to, like, yeah.
Get one of them to come over here and say so as well.
Did she act like that while you were...
No, she was talking to us and had a rapport, and she started making something about being before you taking something. I forget exactly what she said. Something about
We'll just have fire.
Yeah.
So check her. Don't let her fall.
Put it back in.
Can't put it in.
Come on.
Okay guys, now I'm not saying that this woman isn't suffering mentally in some way, but come on, the whole portion of the video just looked like plain terrible and also desperate acting from a woman who's just realised that she straight up murdered her child and the cops will find her body. So, in that time that passed in the back of that cruiser, she was thinking, what the fuck am I gonna do? And decided to play mentally ill. Again, I'm not saying that she doesn't have issues, but to me, you guys, this was just a huge performance to hopefully later plead not guilty because of reasons of insanity or whatever. Let's play some more, and please tell me what you think, as these are purely just my points of view.
Where are you at?
My house.
Wow. Did you take anything or anything like that? No.
No.
Get your 44 by chance.
Not yet. We're just coming to talk.
Young lady, what's your name?
Rotesha, Silveus.
And you live here?
Yes.
How long have you lived here?
I'm a few months.
A few months? Okay, who do you live here with?
Me and my children.
Your children? The small children? Like the babies? I seen one or two little babies. What about the other person there?
No, I have 3 kids.
You have 3 kids? How old are your kids? How old are they?
9, 3, and 4.
4? Okay. So who's here today with you?
Me and my 3 kids.
You and your 3 kids? Okay. The 3 and 4-year-old, were they upstairs? Okay. And then where's your 9-year-old?
They're all upstairs.
They're all upstairs?
We were all up there.
Okay.
We just got up and I was going to give them a bath.
Who's in the kitchen? Somebody's in the kitchen a little bit older than 9 though. They're not 9 years old.
couldn't even tell you.
You couldn't even tell you?
I only have 3 kids.
Okay. There's... Okay. All right, hang tight. Hang tight. Hang tight.
Do you want to see the fire department? Do you want them to check you out?
I'm fine. I just want my kids.
She's fine.
I don't know what happened. Like,
You want me just to take vitals of her or something?
If you're talking to me, I didn't hear you.
Since fire's here, we have to just set eyes on her.
They can.
I mean, just check the box.
Yeah.
I'm just, whatever. Okay, never mind. Thank you.
And you feel like alright? We're just gonna have fire just look at you, make sure everything's good.
I said I got another one.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so now she claims that she's fine and she doesn't need fire and rescue to look at her at all. And she just wants her kids. Oh, and the fact that she only has 3 kids, young ones, completely failing to mention her 4th and eldest child, her daughter, Natavia. Is this because she knows she's dead? Interesting. Although she did claim earlier that she didn't know the other person in the house, her daughter Natavia. Now just listen to this next ridiculous claim.
is this Black Hawk Down? Like, who are these people?
The police department, police and fire.
Yeah, she really did just ask if this was Black Hawk Down. And for those of you who don't know, that's the name of a 2001 action war film. A really good one, actually, starring Josh Hartnett and, Tom Hardy. North a watch for stone. What's that say? North a watch for some. I don't know what I've tried to write there, but I think I'm trying to put that's a must watch. Anyway, back to this really weird body cam.
Who went to the hospital just now, do you know? Who is that? Oh, you have 4 kids? Okay, what was that daughter's name?
Natavia Sanders.
Okay, so she took a little minute to think how to respond to the question of who just went to the hospital, probably thinking what was best. Then does claim that she has a daughter, a 4th child, Natavia Sanders.
I'll actually leave her. If she doesn't want it, she wants it. We're good.
I'm fine. Are y'all okay? Why are y'all here?
What's that?
If you could just look at her and make sure she's
You don't want us to
good,
check you out?
No, I'm fine.
I got the influence or anything.
Everything's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Somebody else come here. Alright, we're gonna walk over to the other car, okay? You able to walk?
Yeah, I'm fine.
We're gonna go to this
We're gonna
car.
go to this car over here. You refusing to be seen? Okay. See right here. Face the car.
This one?
Yep.
You're good. Lift your hands up just a little bit. Take me the back pocket. homicide. Huh? Cindy's a little disturbed. Not yet. They're, I think so, upstairs. Are you good?
You just told him you didn't want to see him. Hey. Now she wants to see you guys.
Okay. They could treat it when you get there. There's a doctor there that could treat you. Well, we can't treat it.
Okay, can you look at it?
I know, ma'am, but I see the scrape and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna take an X-ray. They can do all that stuff there.
I don't need an X-ray. I just need this looked at on that too.
I mean, what do you want me to do? The only thing I can give you is a Band-Aid for that, ma'am. I'm not at a hospital. I'm just.
So, after claiming she was fine and refusing to even be seen by the fire and medical, who were on scene and ready to evaluate her, just as they're leaving, she asks to be looked at, which clearly annoys the officer, and no wonder. She's obviously just dragging out the inevitable here. Pure time wasting. Probably just trying to make her time there last longer before she faces jail. Pathetic. And suddenly she has a sore foot. Right, of course you do. Notice how she's not once asked about the condition of her eldest child, or the other three for that matter. The EMT guy says that they can see to her sore foot when she gets to jail, as they have their own medical facilities there. Oh, but she doesn't like the sound of that.
The only thing I can give you is a Band-Aid for that, ma'am. I'm not at a hospital. I'm just
Which is it?
She just wants us to look at it.
Okay, they looked at it.
She looked at it.
Right. What do you want them to do?
He just said that I could go to the ER and they'll give me
No,
X-ray.
you will do that at the jail.
They have, the Orient Jail has a whole medical
Right.
staff there that.
Why?
We're not going to the hospital.
Especially for that.
Yeah. So is there anything else you need them for, ma'am? Okay. Thanks, guys. Sorry.
No worries. I told her I'll give you a Band-Aid.
Yeah. All right, ma'am, step out.
This despicable so-called mother, Rotesha Silveus, was originally booked and charged with resisting an officer with violence and aggravated battery with great bodily harm. Her 18-year-old daughter, Natavia Sanders, was taken to hospital that day. Both she and all the hospital staff fought for 2 days to save her life, but sadly, she then passed away. After her death, the medical examiner's office ruled it as a homicide, and Rotesha's charges were altered and upgraded to first-degree murder. Court records showed that Rotesha was first found incompetent to stand trial. What did I say, guys? No surprise at all there. Trying it on, I say. But since then, she's apparently returned to competency. How strange. When on the 29th of January 2025, it was announced that she was found competent to stand trial following a forensic psychiatric evaluation and criminal competency assessment. held at Hillsborough County Jail. Natavia, a high school senior, had been studying remotely and living in Tampa, Florida, and was scheduled to receive her Erie High School diploma. She was just 3 weeks shy of receiving it. How tragic. Since Natavia's 9th grade, she had been studying at the school's district Cyber Choice Academy, and the completion of this program was what gained her the diploma she had worked so hard for. Between 2019 and 2020, she had been a cheerleader at Strong Vincent Middle School. Described as an absolute joy and a shining light by Andrea Gloystein, the principal at Erie's Strong Vincent Middle School. She also said how the young girl, back then, was known for her enthusiasm and pleasant personality. I can't remember a day when she didn't come in to Strong Vincent with a smile on her face. She was always happy, the principal commented. Natavia was honoured as one of the first students at the middle school to earn enough good behaviour points to become principal for the day. Andrea said she came in all dressed up that day. That is one of her fondest memories of her. She took over Principal Gloystein, answering calls and helping in the office. Cute. Andrea thought so much of the young, hard-working, pleasant student that she even kept a photo of her at her desk for years, proud of her achievements for the school. Her mother, 38-year-old Rotesha B. Silveus, was later charged with first-degree murder, which is a premeditated homicide, after her daughter was pronounced brain dead on the 13th of May 2024 at Tampa General Hospital. Her murder, classed as a mechanical asphyxia, as in strangled to death, by the one person who should always look out for her and never harm her. Heartbreakingly, Rotesha's other 3 children, aged just 3, 5 and 9, were all present at the residence as the entire horrific incident took place, and tragically, the 9-year-old even told police that during the attack she heard her big sister call out her name, as if she needed help, according to the affidavit. How awful, you guys. Oh, you just can't imagine it. She even saw her mother on top of her big sister, helpless to the whole terrifying situation. She saw her mother with her hands over Natavia's mouth, and she did not appear to be breathing. How traumatizing for these poor, innocent children. The Tampa police said that all 3 of them were placed with family. Apparently, a hearing was set for the 14th of May, I'm guessing just past, but I'm struggling to find an update as of writing this. So if anyone does have any further information and updates on this case, please post them down in the comments section, as I for one would love to hear what's happened to this woman. Stealing the life of a beautiful, promising young student. Not only that, her own daughter. I cannot wrap my head around this, you guys. I don't have children of my own, but I am a daughter. And strangulation is such an up-close, personal and timely way to murder anyone, let alone your own child. I hope Natavia's siblings manage to heal from the traumatizing events on the 11th of May 2024, and my heart and thoughts go out to all of her loved ones. What a loss to the world, in such a personal and horrific manner by her own mother. Unthinkable. Thank you all for watching this episode, and to the end. What a horrific case though, and hard to cover. No matter how old the child is, it's always hard to fathom the mother taking their life. Natavia did all that she could that day in calling 911 and explaining what happened To me, the cops were just too slow, but I don't know about the rules. Just heartbreaking for a family, but I imagine hard for the cops too, for sure. It's also interesting to know that people who are mechanically or manually strangled can die hours or even maybe days later after the attack, when their airwaves later unexpectedly swell up, making breathing impossible all of a sudden. This can come out of nowhere. The same goes for drowning. People believe they are okay, but they may not actually be. They feel alright at the time, but the same thing in a way. A time later, the lungs can drown. This is called secondary drowning. You must always seek medical attention following either of these situations. Even if you feel okay, your body may not be. But in Natavia's situation, her circumstances seem different. Being pronounced brain dead to me said it was more like her airways, nose and mouth were all covered for a period of time, blocking any oxygen from entering her body and vital organs. Asphyxia can cause coma or death, and also the complete loss of brain activity, like in Natavia's case. She may have died 2 days later, but her life ended in the kitchen of her mother's home that horrific and terribly sad morning. I found Rotesha Silveus' first hearing took place on the 14th of May 2025 and was subsequently, and for whatever reason, continued, with a second hearing set to take place on the 20th of August 2025. So I guess we shall all have to wait until at least that date for any further updates on this trial, unless anything happens to Rotesha in the meantime. Again, my thoughts are with those 3 innocent little children and all of Natavia's loved ones. And I'm sorry if I've been saying it wrong and if it should be Natavia or Natavia. There's so many different ways you can say these names, you guys, and I don't mean any disrespect if I pronounce them wrong. My thoughts are with the whole family. This is just unthinkable. Thanks for being here, you guys. Please like this episode for more like this and comment below your thoughts on this case. Back for more soon. Random Jen.